I'm dressed as a Saiyan for a reason. Because I'm about to freak out! Okay. We have Starfield news to get into today. We will do that in the second video today. Because only Todd Howard would confirm fucking Fallout 5 in the same Starfield interview. And I don't know how to contain my emotions. But I realized the priority here, the thing I've been asking for a while, is Fallout. I am pumped for Starfield, so I need to get this out of my system to focus. Welcome, everybody. If you don't know me, we've had a lot of new viewers come in the channel. I am obsessed with Fallout. It is like my favorite thing next to Star Wars, okay? That's why I like Starfield. You know, Star Wars vibes there. Like, Bethesda's just doing it all, right? If you're new here, you're into Bethesda conversations, news, information, all that good stuff, you know what to do. Please subscribe. Let's talk about it. So, there was an interview with Ryan McCaffrey of IGN. He talked on the phone with Todd Howard. We're going to be talking about it again later today, getting into Starfield and a lot of important information. But I swear to God, the PR people at Bethesda are probably like, why, Todd? Why? Todd talks about the status of their future games because, you know, what's the plan for the sequel for Starfield? It was a great question to ask because that's the first thing I thought of with Starfield after, like, the gameplay had really sank in. I'm like, this is it. Like, hopefully it's good because we don't get a sequel, an iteration, none of that for probably a decade. So they got to nail it. It's this new IP. And what's happened is since then, Elder Scrolls has been on the back burner. The last main entry we got was Skyrim. I think a lot of people unfairly ignore Elder Scrolls Online, which you can play by yourself. It is a great game by yourself. That's most of my hours played on that game is in solo play. I understand it's not the traditional Elder Scrolls, so I totally get that. As a Fallout fan, trust me, when people go, well, play 76, they get up. I'm okay, really, thank you. So I get it, but I do think ESO is a far better game, and it is a good helping when you're feeling down bad about no Elder Scrolls. So in this interview, Todd confirms, first and foremost, Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production. Okay, kind of what we assumed. That was the end of the BGS roadmap. For us, we rarely get a BGS roadmap at all. In 2018, when they had shown off Fallout 76, they knew it was something different, so they said, Starfield's our next game. After that, we're doing Elder Scrolls 6. And their rationale for that was, well, we really wanted to do something new before we got into something like Elder Scrolls 6. And I think that's totally fair, right? You're bouncing back and forth, ping-ponging between Fallout, Elder Scrolls. And I think, yeah, you want to do something new, get it out of your system before you go on to what many people will consider the magnum opus style game, Elder Scrolls 6. Although I think Starfield could be that. A culmination of everything they've done for decades could be in that game. We will see. But anyway, they confirmed that's in pre-production now. Which would make sense, and likely this game is slated for, I'm going to say 2027, the earliest. And then Todd does Todd Howard things, and I love the man dearly, but oh my God, I wish he didn't have to torture my soul with this one. He confirms Fallout 5.
The other thing you said, yes, Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production, and, we're going to be doing Fallout 5 after that. So our slate's pretty full going forward for a while. We have some other projects that we look at from time to time as well.
He's like, our next game after Elder Scrolls 6 is Fallout 5. Now, last time, funny enough, Ryan McCaffrey and Todd talked. Todd said, yeah, we have a Fallout 5 one-pager that we might do. It looks like since then, they're like, okay, after this, we're going to do Fallout. So then you look at the BGS timeline of like a minimum of 5 years, right? And you're like, okay, so let's say 2027, 28, probably 28 for Elder Scrolls 6. Then we're looking at in the 2030s for Fallout 5. Just like, okay, now we've got a problem on our hands. We already had one with Elder Scrolls 6, but now knowing that we are about to get I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just trying to drum it up a little bit before anyone overreacts in the comments. Now, though, we are getting into some serious trouble here with how Bethesda's handling their franchises, like Rockstar level trouble, right? Like, where's Bully, Rockstar? Watch, they'll probably announce it within the week or something. But what's happening here now is Fallout is about to get the same treatment as Elder Scrolls. This online component that is not representative of the thing people love is going to serve as this stopgap for what will be maybe 10 plus years now until the next mainline entry in the game comes out. And for a series that's so popular, and hey, let's talk on a business front, such a money maker, hello, cha-ching, like Fallout 4 made so much money. Shelter was like their highest grossing game. It's insane how much money that franchise generates. It seems like a foolish business decision to be like, okay, we're going to take this license that makes us so much cash, and we're just going to have 76 handle that. We're going to have it carry all the weight. I say that with no disrespect. I know a lot of people out there like 76, but this game does not have the legs to carry Bethesda Game Studios' biggest brand on its back for 10 plus years, okay? The damage has been done. I'm willing to be wrong. I've gone back. I've tried it over and over and over. There are parts of it I enjoy since Wastelanders. I'm looking forward to trying out Expeditions with the Pit. We'll see if that delivers and if things change. But the point being is this franchise deserves and needs more like Elder Scrolls did. And I'm not saying like, oh, well, now that you're doing the Fallout, I'm going to speak out. I always said Elder Scrolls deserves better. Like it deserved a new entry or a spin-off, something like that. So that brings me to my copium theory here. That of what Bethesda could do to help save us. Now, there's two obvious answers that you've heard me say on the channel over and over and over, and I'm going to continue to push them forward because now they are more relevant than ever. Okay, so one of the things I felt in my bones, everything inside this Saiyan armor, was a Fallout remaster of some kind. It just felt like nothing's happening this fall for Bethesda as a brand, right? Like they need to have a holiday presence, you'd think. Maybe they don't feel that anymore because they're underneath Xbox, but you'd think just as a independent company working beneath Xbox, they would feel like maybe we should have something this fall. You look at what they got, it's 76 Expeditions, and that's really it. So my theory was announce some remasters at the showcase. However, when they weren't there, I went into, again, copium mode, and I was like, well, hold on, that doesn't really make sense. Why would they have been at the showcase? I got too excited here. You look at Skyrim Anniversary Edition for me. Join me on this journey, right? Believe, people. Look at Skyrim Anniversary, right? We all were thinking to ourselves, what's the 10-year anniversary of Skyrim this year? Last year, is Bethesda going to do anything with Skyrim? The Xbox Bethesda Showcase 2021 comes and goes. Nothing. We're like, okay, I guess not. Then, August rolls around. And what do? They reveal the Anniversary Edition. And they're like, hey, coming out this November, Skyrim with all the Creation Club content. And I was thinking to myself, this year is the 25th anniversary of Fallout. You can't tell me. You can't get Maddie to buy in. I can't believe it. I would refuse to believe that they're this stupid. No offense. But that they would just do a 76 expansion to celebrate 20 years of the franchise. Are we really like pushing this so hard? It's like, as a wrestling fan, it's like that whack wrestler that no one likes, and they're like, let's put him in every single storyline. Let's really push him. It's like, go. No. Okay. Like, that's the 76 energy I'm getting, right? Like an over-pushed pro wrestler. And so I'm hoping that that's really not, that's hopium, not copium. I'm hoping that they're really analyzing the franchise and going, hey, to celebrate, this probably isn't a big deal. So that brings me to my other thing, right? I think that's when we could expect to see it, like maybe around QuakeCon, the digital QuakeCon, because they already confirmed that. And then you get a first look at the Fallout TV show. To me, when they start filming that and they got some shots ready, you combine that with 76, with a Fallout anniversary of some kind, maybe Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition with all the Creation Club content packaged in, or maybe, as I would really hope, Fallout 3 Anniversary or Fallout New Vegas Anniversary or remasters of some kind, because a lot of people really, I look at the Xbox versions on 360 and they're great. FPS boosted, upscaled resolution, they're on Game Pass. Like, does it really need any more bells and whistles? No, but if they could like restore cut content, add console modding, make some of the shooting better, and make definitive versions of Fallout 3 and New Vegas and kind of ship them in the fall, that would be incredible. But even if they just fine-tune them and release them, these are games that, without a doubt, in my opinion, would go to PlayStation, because PlayStation can't play these games quite like Xbox fans can. And that's a selling point for Xbox. But again, this is one of those situations where that's a platform title with legacy. Fallout 3 and New Vegas are games that were not in an exclusive capacity. So when you bring those back, I think you bring them back in not exclusive capacity. Fallout 5, however, I do feel will be exclusive. We'll see if I'm wrong about that. Again, we're talking 10, 12 years into the future, being generous with that number, and it's possible that the whole layout of the industry, not even possible, it is going to be an entirely different industry. I think just the part that bothers me more is, you know, how many people aren't going to be able to experience the next Fallout game. That, like, the existential crises that are about to happen with this video is insurmountable. It's insane. So first and foremost, right, the remasters. This is the quickest job you can do to put a stopgap in to satiate fans like me, like many others, by the way. I'm not just speaking for myself, who are fans of the franchise. Then in the wise manual of Matty here that I'm tabbing through here to give you tips on how to manage a popular franchise, you go to page number 42 and you see, give the IP to someone else for the time being. If it's going to take Bethesda at least a decade to give me another mainline Fallout game, all I'm saying is those rumors about a New Vegas 2 best be true. And again, that the problem here is the rumor is they're handing that to Obsidian, which is amazing, right? It's what everyone wanted. But that's another one that feels like it's a ways off when they're working on Avowed and they're working on Outer Worlds 2, right? The two big AAA games at the studio. One of the big omissions this year from the showcase was Avowed. So some people are a little worried about Obsidian, even though I still think they're one of the biggest beneficiaries of Xbox. They're releasing 2 full games this year. Grounded is being completed. It's great. That's moved along smoothly. And then Pentiment looks excellent. So I'm excited for both these games. So I'm not super worried about them. But my point being is they may be so busy that to add another AAA level game to their palette, it's something I want, and I hope they do it, and I think they would prioritize other games to get it done. But now we're looking at probably a 2027 or 28 kind of game here, and that's 6 years away. So that's why the remasters are important, and I think maybe you give it to someone who does an interesting, different style Fallout spinoff. Because Fallout, to me, I look at what Minecraft's doing, and is Fallout on the level of Minecraft? No. But, like, Minecraft did, like, an RTS. They did a dungeon crawler. And I'm not saying Fallout has to spin away from that, but, like, an isometric strategy, like Wasteland 3 style Fallout game would be an excellent stopgap, right? I would love to see inXile take the reins of the franchise. There's just too much RPG talent within Xbox that you could tap on the shoulder and say, you interested in this? But also so much outside talent that could take the Fallout franchise to new heights in the meantime. You know, it's great to see that Bethesda has the confidence in themselves and the plan to nurture this franchise later, but I just don't think there's any business sense in waiting 10 years. There's got to be an answer, and that answer can't just be a television show. Not because, oh, I want games. Like, that can be a part of the answer, but Fallout has failed on a multimedia expansion, as I've said in previous videos. Like, they have not tried books. They have not tried comics. They're trying a TV show, which I think goes against the very DNA of what Fallout is, which is being someone, right? Like, I can read a story about a character or about a region, but a story called Fallout that's literally taking the shoes of, like, a main character that's not you, I think that's tougher to get into, but I'm open-minded to it, right? I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm ready for anything Fallout related at this point in time. But just this confirmation is such a double-edged sword. On one end, you're like, yes, cool. Like, okay, next game after Elder Scrolls 6 is Fallout. Like, I know Fallout's in my future, but I feel bad for, like, let's be real, like, older fans who are like, wait, 10 years is a big deal. I'm younger. I'm going to turn 27, and to me, that's still, like, I'm going to be near my 40s when I'm playing Fallout 5. That just, man, life's too short. Give us more Fallout. That's not, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with what they did with Elder Scrolls. I think they leaned way too hard on ESO, no matter how fantastic it is. They did try things like Legends, but that's the thing. At least Bethesda tried with Elder Scrolls. I think there were poor attempts in, like, who's looking for an Elder Scrolls card game. Like, there's been rumors of an Elder Scrolls RTS. That would be legit. I would love something like that. That makes so much sense for Elder Scrolls. You know, I just feel like Fallout is so overly protected, and I don't get it, because it's a franchise that's so big and mainstream that typically it's functioned the opposite. And I want them to be protective and not just crap out games constantly, but on, like, a decade basis with now 2 of the biggest franchises in gaming, that can't happen. So I really have said all I wanted to say here. Bethesda needs to be better on this front as far as I'm concerned. I'm looking forward to seeing your thoughts on this down below, but I wanted to get this off my chest so then I could take my notes. I have my iPad here for Starfield and talk about that with a level head in mind. But I was like prioritizing, like, what video do I drop first? I'm like, let me get the Fallout stuff out of the way. I need to just get it out of my system, right? Just cleanse myself so that I can be rational again, right? I'm rambling at this point, so we'll see what you all think down below. Fire away. Looking forward to seeing your thoughts on Fallout 5, the future of the Fallout franchise. Is it dire to you like it kind of is to me? Fire away. Looking forward to seeing your thoughts. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. And a big thank you to all the patrons, all the members who continue to support the hell out of the content here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.